Why can some people sense sunrise even in a windowless room? Scientists found the answer isn't in the eyes at all. Your eyes aren't the only place in your body capable of responding to light. Researchers have found that skin cells contain some of the same light-sensitive proteins, called opsins, that your eyes use to detect brightness and color. These proteins were long assumed to exist only in specialized eye tissue, but studies over the past 2 decades have identified functioning opsins in skin cells and even in deeper tissues throughout the body, opening up a strange possibility. Parts of you that have never been thought of as seeing anything may be responding to light in ways that quietly influence how your body functions. This isn't the same as actual vision. Your skin cannot form images, recognize shapes, or process light the way your eyes and visual cortex do. What researchers have found instead is something more subtle. Skin cells appear capable of detecting the presence and intensity of light directly, and using that information locally without ever sending a signal to the brain to be consciously interpreted as sight. In laboratory studies, skin cells exposed to light have shown measurable changes in gene activity and cellular behavior, responses that happen at the cellular level, quietly, without you ever becoming aware that anything registered at all. Here's where it gets stranger. Some researchers studying circadian biology, the internal rhythms that regulate your sleep-wake cycle, have found evidence suggesting that light exposure on skin alone, even without any light reaching the eyes, may influence circadian timing in some organisms and tissues. This remains an active and still developing area of research, and scientists are careful to note that in humans, the eyes remain by far the dominant primary pathway for setting your master body clock, located in a brain region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus. But the existence of light-responsive machinery in skin at all raises a genuinely open question researchers are still investigating: whether skin-based light detection plays any meaningful supporting role in how your body senses time of day, separate from your eyes entirely. This connects to something researchers have documented in a very different context. Some blind individuals, including people who have lost the visual portions of their eyes entirely, have been shown in studies to still maintain roughly normal circadian rhythms, so long as certain light-sensitive cells in the retina, cells distinct from the ones responsible for actual image-forming vision, remain intact. These specialized cells, discovered more recently than the classic rods and cones long taught in basic biology, don't contribute to what a person consciously sees at all. Their entire function appears to be feeding raw brightness information to the body's internal clock, operating as a kind of light sensor, running in parallel to your actual vision, unnoticed and unconscious. None of this means your skin is secretly seeing the world around you in any meaningful sense, and researchers are careful to avoid overstating what remains an early and ongoing area of study. What the existing research does show is that detecting light and seeing the way you consciously experience it may be two much more separate biological processes than most people assume, with light-sensing machinery apparently distributed more broadly through the body than the simple idea of eyes are for light, everything else is not would suggest. Your body appears to be built with more than one way of noticing that the sun has come up. Only one of them ever bothers to tell you about it.